Manchester City and Liverpool are leading the race to sign the Spanish winger. Liverpool's lack of depth in the wings is striking. In early summer, Sadio Mane and Takumi Minamino left the team and neither flank was reinforced. Salah and Diaz were left without an alternative. That's why the club is taking the lead in signing Villarreal winger Alex Bina, whom Manchester City has been seeking. Bina spent last season on loan with Spanish team Girona and scored 5 goals in 38 games. Since returning to Villarreal this summer, he has been a regular at Unai Emery's management. The 21-year-old scored 3 goals in his first 6 league games of the season, and his performances have attracted the attention of some of Europe's biggest clubs. It is reported that Manchester City and Liverpool are the clubs most interested in Bina. At such a young age, Bina has already made an impact on the European stage and has made her mark. Not only has he performed exceptionally in La Liga, he has also made his mark in the European Conference League. Bina has scored 3 times in 4 matches in European Cups this season. Manchester City and Liverpool will be hoping to lure Bina with the opportunity to join 2 clubs competing in the Champions League, but the Spanish winger may see Villarreal as the perfect place for him right now. While it is unlikely that either of the Premier League clubs will offer him regular ace football, Bina plays every week for Villarreal. However, the player's desire to play in the Champions League may persuade him to perform at a higher level club. Liverpool and their recruiting team are keeping a close eye on his development, and a move for the potential star is expected in January or next summer's transfer window. If the Reds wingers do not suffer unfortunate injuries, an early move is not expected, but contacts are ongoing to ensure that the young talent that many clubs may aspire to next summer does not go away. Frankly, Liverpool needs depth on the flanks, and choosing players who are open to development seems like a positive move for the future. Liverpool want Konrad Laimer. Liverpool could make a move for Leipzig's Austrian midfielder Konrad Laimer in January. In the last days of Liverpool's summer transfer window, we have told you in our previous videos that the Austrian midfielder stepped in and Klopp wanted this transfer very much. Transfer expert Dean Jones said Liverpool was still interested in the player and they could make a move. Laimer has entered the last 12 months of his contract and is in a position to meet any club he wants in January. According to reports from Germany, the Reds were interested in making a deal for the 25-year-old in the summer transfer window, but a move never materialized. Liverpool opted instead to sign Juventus midfielder Arthur Melo on a 1-season loan, with Merseyside club acquiring the Brazilian for £32.4 million at the end of the season. In fact, Laimer, in his statement after the closing of the transfer window, announced that he did not like the offers that came at the last moment and therefore did not accept the offer. However, Jones believes that the club's signing of Melo will not have any bearing on his potential follow-up to Laimer in the months ahead. I think these are different types of goals. Arthur was hired late to fill a void, whereas Laimer would be a permanent signing that got into the club's long-term thinking. It's a name they're still interested in. A move could come in January, Jones said in a statement. I think he will be pleased that he looks focused on renovating their pitch. A number of players in the middle of the park are preparing to leave the club next summer, so everyone is pleased with the early work to fill any gaps. Laimer's statistics look good enough for Liverpool. Laimer is in the top 5 in Europe, he is in the top 9% of midfielders in the league. He also proves his effectiveness in moving the ball forward with 1.38 dribbles in 90 minutes in Europe. He is also in the top 9% with 0.23 assists per 90 minutes. Looking at these statistics, it is certain that Laimer will be a very good signing for Liverpool. I think it would be an incredibly smart piece of business if the Reds can tie this up with a deal in January. Do you think Laimer can succeed at Liverpool? Sven-Göran Eriksson claims the passing ability of the fantastic Liverpool star. Former England manager Sven-Göran Eriksson praised Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Eriksson said the Liverpool player's passing ability was excellent. He also suggested that the 23-year-old should be England's starting right back. I think I'd start with one of them, Alexander-Arnold or Kyle Walker. Trent of course is a great attacker with great cross passes and a great right foot. As a defender, he's one of the best in the world, said Eriksson. I think it largely depends on who the opponent is. For example, Brazil, where you probably won't have the ball that much, maybe then you put someone who is stronger on defense. There was still the usual dig at his talents. But Eriksen's analysis is certainly more balanced than we've seen recently. As for Alexander-Arnold's debut in England, it seems very unlikely at this stage. There has been controversy over his inclusion in the past. His current form, maybe he doesn't deserve international recognition. Despite that, he's in the squad for tomorrow's Italy game and Monday's match against Germany. This should be encouraging for Scouser that his World Cup spot is more or less secure. But Gareth Southgate has 3 more right-backs in his roster. Alexander-Arnold still has players to compete with. As a result, preparations for the World Cup continue. Then we should see a natural improvement in Trent's play. Although it was never a spiked start for England, his talent shows that he should be in the squad. It is unlikely that Southgate will be their first choice now and at the start of the tournament. But some good looks over the next few days may leave him with a better chance of match time in Qatar. Do you think Trent Alexander-Arnold should be in the starting lineup of interest? Chelsea's new midfielder says Liverpool are interested. Now one of those names has confirmed Liverpool's interest. Chelsea signing Denis Zakaria said he was informed of Liverpool's interest by his manager before finalising his transfer to Stamford Bridge. The midfielder joined Juventus from Borussia Mönchengladbach in January for a small fee as he is in the final year of his contract. However, it didn't quite work out in Turin, as he made just 9 Serie A appearances in the second half of last season. However, after the window closed, some reports in Italy suggest that Zakaria, to whom the club was temporarily tied before joining Juve, was the biggest target. When it became clear that he would be joining Chelsea, they allegedly then moved on to sign Arthur. Transferred to London club on loan, Zakaria has yet to make his debut after his last 2 Premier League games have been postponed. The midfielder was only on the bench in their defeat to Dinamo Zagreb and the Champions League draw against Salzburg. The actor admitted that he didn't know the move had taken place until just 6 hours before the window closed on September 1st. He also revealed interest from Liverpool. Everything happened so fast. I didn't know a transfer to Chelsea was possible until 6 hours before the end of the transfer window. I packed my things and waited for the contract to be signed. I then had a health check in Turin and it was over. When asked about the reported interest from Liverpool, I heard that from my manager, but it ended up being Chelsea and I think I'll be happier in England than in Turin.